Chelsea no dey stable. VAR no dey fair. And football joy dey disappear. Chelsea fans don't suffer. Rebuild. New players. New system. New hope. But just as things suppose they shape, another problem they add fuel to fire. VAR. And when a club already under pressure meets a system fans no trust, frustration multiply. This is not just about Chelsea again. This is about football losing balance. Chelsea used to be certainty, strong squad, clear identity, fear factor. But those days don't fade. Since the rebuild started, managers change, players rotate, style never settle. Every season feels like a project. Fans are patient, but patience get limit. Chelsea enter matches needing points, not style, not dominance, just results. Then decisions start coming. Fouls, handballs, offside lines. VAR steps in. Some calls go Chelsea way. Many don't. And each decision doesn't just affect the scoreline. It affects belief. For a rebuilding team, confidence is everything. But VAR delays kill momentum. A goal scored. Celebration stops. Check begins. Players wait. Fans wait. Energy drops. Even when goal stands, the feeling is gone. For a team trying to grow confidence, that pause is deadly. Chelsea fans not just angry about results. They are angry about fairness. They ask, why this decision? Why this angle? Why this delay? When rebuild no dey smooth, every VAR call feels like punishment. And anger they turn personal. Watch Stamford Bridge now. Less explosion. More hesitation. Fans shout, then stop. They celebrate, then wait. That waiting breaks rhythm. And football without rhythm feels cold. Big, settled teams can absorb controversy. Rebuilding teams can't. Why? Confidence fragile. Identity not fixed. Trust still loading. One wrong decision can shake belief, break momentum, turn crowd against team. Chelsea feel this every week. After every match. Clips everywhere. Freeze frames. Online wars. Chelsea fans feel mocked. Chelsea players feel targeted. VAR no just ref the match again. It referees public opinion. Chelsea rebuild already emotional. Add VAR confusion. And fans start feeling robbed twice. By results. By the system. Football supposed be escape. But for many fans now, it's stress. Chelsea are rebuilding under fire. VAR is under fire. Fans are losing patience. These pressures are colliding. And when frustration keeps piling, something always gives way. The rebuild is still ongoing. VAR is still deciding moments. Fans are still waiting. But the real damage has not fully shown yet. Because when pressure reaches breaking point, both the club and the game itself will be forced to face the consequences. For teams where they stable, one bad decision fit pass. But for Chelsea right now, one decision turns into many problems. Confidence drops. Players hesitate. Fans grumble. And rebuild projects no survive in doubt. Chelsea don't see them many times. A soft foul given. A handball checked for too long. An offside line drawn by millimeters. Each time VAR intervenes, the match tempo dies. Chelsea players they wait instead of push. Opponents regroup instead of panic. VAR no just stop play. It resets advantage. Chelsea squad is young. New signings. New combinations. Momentum is their fuel. But VAR keeps cutting the engine. Goal builds energy. VAR pauses it. Pressing builds confidence. VAR stops flow. Over time, players stop trusting the moment. They start playing safe. And safe football never builds identity. You fit see them on the pitch. Players look at referee more. They appeal more. They hesitate in tackles. Why? Fear. Fear of giving penalty. Getting red card. VAR review. That fear reduces aggression. And rebuild teams need aggression to grow. Chelsea fans feel injustice fast. Each controversial call adds to memory. Fans don't reset every match. They carry frustration forward. So when another VAR decision goes wrong, reaction is louder than the moment itself. That noise reaches the pitch. Stamford Bridge used to intimidate. Now, it waits. Fans want to shout. But they hold back. Why? Because they don't trust what comes next. That hesitation removes the 12th man. And a rebuilding team needs every push it can get. Once VAR controversies pile up, media stops talking about progress. They start asking, is the rebuild failing? Are players mentally strong enough? Is the manager under pressure? VAR decisions quietly rewrite stories. Chelsea's problems look bigger than they are. Rebuilds require time. Fans know that. But VAR makes time feel wasted. Fans say, even when we try, system no favor us. That belief is toxic. Once fans feel cheated by the game itself, support turns conditional. At first, anger goes to VAR. Later, it shifts to players, to manager, to the club. That's dangerous. Because VAR becomes invisible again. And the rebuild takes all the blame. Chelsea are not collapsing. But they are bending. VAR is not destroying football alone. But it is weakening teams already under stress. And when a rebuild meets repeated controversy, confidence doesn't just drop. It cracks. Chelsea still have talent. They still have time. They still have hope. But how long can a rebuild survive? When the system itself keeps shaking belief? Because the next phase of this story is where patience finally gets tested. At the start, fans protected the rebuild. They said, give them time. No new project. We dey build something. But VAR controversies they chip away that shield. Every wrong call feels like setback. Every delay feels like robbery. Slowly, patience begins to leak. Watch the shift carefully. Before, fans backed young players. Fans excused mistakes. Now, every error questioned. Every performance dissected. VAR pressure changes mindset. Fans stop asking, how do we improve? They start asking, why does this always happen to us? That question is dangerous. Rebuilds always protect managers. But VAR removes protection. When points drop due to controversy, results still look bad on paper. Managers face questions they can't answer. What could you do differently? Why didn't you adapt? How do you adapt to decisions you can't control? That frustration enters the dugout. You see it clearly now. Managers argue more. Players appeal more. Hands raised. Heads shaking. Focus shifts from football to officiating. Once attention drifts, performance drops. Chelsea's rebuild depends on young players. Young players need confidence, clear signals, emotional safety. VAR chaos removes all three. They hesitate in challenges. They pull out of duels. They stop trusting instincts. Instead of playing free, they play careful. Careful football kills development. Another dangerous sign appears. Fans start arguing among themselves. One side says, VAR they cost us. Another says, We can't blame VAR every time. Division enters the stands. And divided support never lifts a team. Once fans split, media pounces. Headlines shift from rebuild in progress to is the project failing? VAR controversies fade into background. And pressure lands squarely on Chelsea. Narrative changes fast in football. The rebuild is no longer trusted blindly. Fans now say, win or else. That conditional support is heavy. Young teams struggle under it. Managers struggle under it. Rebuilds need space. VAR controversies remove that space. Chelsea stand at a dangerous moment. Not crisis, but crossroads. Continue trusting the process. Or let frustration rewrite the story. VAR may not be the root problem, but it is accelerating the pressure. And acceleration often leads to collapse. If nothing slows it down, Chelsea still have a choice. Calm the noise. Protect belief. Shield the rebuild. But if VAR chaos continues, and patience keeps draining, the final stage of this story will arrive sooner than expected. Chelsea rebuild was never meant to be easy. New players. New ideas. New patience. But rebuild depend on one thing more than tactics. Belief. And belief is fragile. When VAR keeps interrupting moments, that belief begins to shake. Chelsea cannot control VAR, but they can control mental strength, togetherness, focus. Rebuild teams must learn to suffer injustice without losing identity. That's hard, but it's necessary, because waiting for fairness can destroy progress. Chelsea are not just fighting opponents. They are fighting pressure, expectations, history. VAR controversies add invisible weight. Every decision feels heavier. Every setback feels personal. And over time, that weight bends young teams. VAR was introduced to help football. But right now, it's killing momentum, freezing emotion, draining joy. Accuracy without emotion turns football into procedure. And football is not meant to feel cold. The biggest danger is not VAR mistakes. It's emotional exhaustion. When fans stop celebrating fully. When players stop trusting moments. When managers stop believing the process. The game starts losing its soul. Chelsea are feeling it. Many clubs are feeling it. Chelsea fans are not asking for favors. They are asking for consistency, flow, fairness they can understand. Because football without emotion is not football. If this story they touch you small, if you they feel this thing for chest, then you be the kind person this channel they talk to. No scroll pass. Subscribe make you no miss the next one. Because football stories like this, it never finish. This story no be only Chelsea story. No football story. Rebuilds need time. Fans need joy. Football needs flow. If VAR continues like this, many projects will collapse before they even grow. Chelsea rebuild is under pressure. VAR is adding to that pressure. And football must decide. Protect technology. Or protect the feeling that made the game special. Because once emotion dies, no system can bring it back. So let me ask you straight. Do you think Chelsea rebuild can survive this kind of VAR pressure, or is football itself becoming too broken for young teams to grow properly? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make we reason them together.